This has been covered from pillar to post all day on SEN and across other networks. Spencer Leniu, the suspension has come through. It is 8 matches. Brian, I'll just get your thoughts and then we can move along. What do you think about the 8-week suspension?
I thought he would get anywhere between 4 and 6. Not saying 5.
No, not 5 and 7.
I thought 8 weeks. We don't know what went on inside the meeting.
Yep.
We don't know whether he confessed more or what. So I think it's quite steep. 8 weeks, considering he pleaded guilty.
Yep.
I'm wondering whether, and other people are saying, he denied it at the start. He never denied it. He just said, it was a bit of banter out there.
Yeah. Fun and games, I think.
But it is now set. Now it's 8 weeks.
Yep.
So it's pretty much, and a lot of people are saying, well, Marcello Montoya got 3 weeks.
Yep.
For a homophobic sledge, which is, so maybe it's just keeping up with the times.
Line in the sand stuff. I think it's just, yep. It kind of felt like, and fair enough, that they were pretty rigid on where they wanted to land. Do you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah.
But if he maybe fought it, what would he have got? Is that the way they look at it? Is it similar to a criminal court?
Well, if he gets it wrong, maybe 12 weeks.
Yeah.
Who knows? But anyway, it's a hefty suspension. The Roosters have gone about looking at putting every single player through cultural education.
Well, I mean, I was involved with Dean Winters, and one of the things I got out of that is, I mean, you got the fine and my suspension, but I went and did an Aboriginal workshop, and it was an eye-opening.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And people were saying, Ezra, harden up, that sort of stuff. But when you're not the victim of it and your family and your relatives have been victims, and we all know what went on with Indigenous communities, you don't know how they feel.
Correct.
You don't know how they feel. And you don't know what's gone on in their lives behind it. People might say, it's just a name. And when I did it, and I thought, it's just a name, and I've heard it, I've been playing footy since I was a kid.
Yep.
You don't realise until you start putting yourself in other people's shoes.
We've all seen it at school, haven't we, where there'll be a kid who they've put up with so much, maybe many times laughed it off, but eventually they snap.
Correct.
Because it's building up. So, look, I choose not to get too involved in this conversation because I don't know
that's
Spencer's situation. I don't know Ezra's situation. So,
and until you get educated about it, and until you learn about it, and that's what it's all about. It is about education. And a lot of the players do get education, but maybe, as you just said, maybe now there might be some more stuff. Maybe we've dropped off a little bit. Maybe the players need a refresher course. I don't know. But the thing that I got out of is that you don't know what's going on in the other person's life beforehand.
Yes.
That's the big thing. And we don't know what's happened with Ezra behind closed doors.
Let's move on. Broken arrow. Rabbitohs nervous wait on star forward. So South Sydney Rabbitohs, this is through the Daily Telegraph, anxiously waiting a surgeon's verdict on representative forward Jai Arrow that could rule him out for the rest of the NRL season. They're already without for a big chunk with Campbell Graham. It's a massive blow to South's premiership hopes. Arrow suffered a rotator cuff injury in Las Vegas against the Manly side.
You can't need all that.
You can't. Best case scenario is a 4-week recovery. However, if he requires surgery, it was sideline the 28-year-old for the entire season.
Oh, yeah. Far out.
So that's not good.
Well, they can't win. They can't win the comp without those two.
No, they're
those two. I mean, they're Origin players. But,
I've shared the draw with you, haven't I?
Well, not Origin. Representative players.
Have I shared the South Sydney draw with you?
No, please do.
Oh, mate, it is a brutal, brutal draw. If you've got injuries, you're already 0-1. Here's what they got, Brian. I'll take you up to their bye in round 9. They got the Broncos away.
Yep.
They have the Roosters at Allianz. The Bulldogs on Good Friday.
Tough.
The Warriors at home. Sharks at home.
Wow.
Bye in round 7. Melbourne Storm after that. Penrith Panthers in round 9.
Oh, gosh.
And then the Dragons are up and about. Then the Cowboys. Then the Eels.
Where's Cowboys?
Then the bye. That takes you to round 13. That is a brutal assignment.
Oh, that is tough.
Isn't it? That is.
There could be a chance. What's that, round 13?
Round 13. They got 2 Marcuses.
In that round 13.
Yeah. Which that's the other problem. If you haven't done so well, you've burnt 2 of your Marcuses. and then it's a long stretch home with only one bye.
The way they play their footy too, I thought they might have learnt their lesson from last year, but after seeing the game over there in Vegas, they sort of have still, we were talking about round 27 footy.
Yep.
Well, they were playing round 27 footy last year's.
The year prior.
The year prior. I thought they would come out and maybe just pull back a little bit.
No. Sydney Morning Herald, Michael Chamis reports no max. The Dragons have rejected a request for Lomax to release. So, okay, dear Zac, can I give you some free advice, right? If you want to release, don't come out and do a career-breaking 25 carries, 265 metres, and of all 34 players, you've had over 100 post-contact metres. That is not how you get a release, Zac Lomax. Do you agree, Brian?
I do, but he's never come out and asked for it.
No, that's true.
He's never come out. It's just, again, one of the great words, mooted.
Mooted.
And hasn't Flano shut it down?
Yes. And in the biggest news of the night, last night, the local touch footy team, Brian, I didn't qualify for the fourth year in a row. You need to play a minimum of 5 games to play finals. I didn't quite qualify. But the likes of Quinny from Corindai, the great Quinny, Chris Quinn, former Adelaide Ram, Kurt Wrigley, the Mullane brothers, a father-son combo, actually, Jai and Mick Mullane.
Mick Mullane, one of the greats.
But the man you've been wondering about, old Steal the Boots, Jesso.
Jesso, who stole K-Dog's boots.
Yep, he said, be very kind to me. Well, I will be, Jesso. To take us to the break, Jesso had a starring hand in the grand final, Brian, producing his best Rugby League week rating of the year. Well done to Jesso, getting his 4.5 out of 10 in the grand final,
well
Jesso.
done.
Good on you, mate. Good on you.
Almost a pass mark.
That's a pass mark. Sean the Trader coming up after this, the run home with Joel and Fletch.